Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Stellaris, our Bromance series here in Stellaris 2.0 with the Apocalypse DLC. My name's Mal. I'm once again joined by my brethren. How are you, fellas?
Good.
Good. Doing well.
All right, so let's see what happened.
Pause the game.
What? Hey, you just settle yourself down over there. What's going on? Who's got what's good? Like, I finally broke out of my corner, so I'm happy about that.
Me and Mickey found each other.
That's right. Yeah, you guys found each other.
Oh.
I'm going to start my war very soon.
War?
You're going to war?
No, not that I'm going
Bugs
to war,
whacked us,
but
Johnny.
somebody's going to war against me.
Oh, okay. It's because you're a troublemaker, that's why.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know that.
Well documented. Vanguard's all about.
Well documented.
He's all about starting rumbles.
Yeah, I know a few companies that would agree with you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep to myself that information.
I just ran into another alien group. This one's 752 military power. Man, they were all about just forcing me back over here. It's like, sheesh.
Wow, I just found a Gaia word. What are the chances?
Early expansion, huh?
That depends if I can reach it before my adversary does, and it looks like I can't, but... Well, wars are for that.
That's quitter talk I'm hearing.
I'm going to make him quit for his life. From his life.
That's what I like hearing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of aggression we love to hear. Have you considered a career in the Guard?
Construction.
You just wait for me, evil alien.
We can't share map details until we make a federation, can we?
Yes, you can.
You can share.
You can.
Communication. You do communication, which shows every empire you've had contact with, and you can also do active sensors, and that'll show you what the other person's seen.
Yep. Do you remember that huge land you were talking about?
Thank you very much.
There is an empire there.
Survey complete.
Okay.
Minerals has been really tough for me this game.
Minerals. Always.
Yeah. I'm swimming on them, to be honest.
I don't know if there's any good edicts for that. It doesn't look like there is.
There is. It's just, is it worth? I don't know if it's worth it in the early game. Like,
It's also researchable. You have to get it first, and it's it's not as common as the
indirectly
what's the
you've got
other one?
recycling campaign, right? So that would help
Anomaly
some.
detected.
Yeah, but not in the early game. It's
Because it's such a small amount.
No, it's because of the influence cost.
Well, it costs energy.
Oh, it costs
energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
So,
you have the
I'm
energy to spare, it's okay.
I've got lots of spare energy, so I'm gonna try the recycling campaign, see how it helps.
Yeah.
Okay, it got me 2 more minerals a month,
Anomaly.
which isn't great, but that'll
Jeez.
compound because it's over a 12-year period.
Yep.
I finally have another faction, so we got 2 now.
I tend to amass energy in the start because I know I'm going to need it later.
Thriving political atmosphere in my empire.
Oh, I just found a place with 7 minerals. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, I got one with 12 here. I gotta hurry up and get it under wraps.
Gotta get one of those construction ships there and quick.
Yeah.
The problem is I hate leaving space like in between.
Technology discovered.
So I really want to take these systems like in order, you know?
Yeah, I do
Actually,
that. I leave
there's
space in
no.
between.
Yeah, there's no gain in leaving space between unless you want to save for the minerals, because the influence cost is just double. I mean, every time you jump one space to build a outpost, the next one it adds the influence to build both of them. Did that make sense?
Yes.
So all you're saving is 100 minerals for every jump you make. And you have to expand that influence later on again. So even on influence is not a saving. It's just if there's a system that you really want to grab and to choke your opponent, if you have close borders, you can skip grabbing that system by doing that. But
okay,
that's the only practical use for what you're trying to do. Wow, destroyer technology.
Mickey, you can't settle on ocean worlds, can you?
I can.
I'm aware of.
I can.
I'm not asking you. Not asking you.
That's my people's.
No.
That's my whatever mantis, shrimp, crawfish people. They love the water.
Trying to think of funny names for planets I colonize, but I just can't think of anything.
Black hole.
Anybody?
Apparently nobody can.
Is anybody arid?
Drawn a blank.
Anybody arid type?
Arid.
Oh, I'm married.
I got one over here, near me.
I still can't find you, Mal.
That's
Can't find you.
You will though, eventually.
What's that supposed to mean?
Turns up my doorstep with an armada. Hi! Friendly greeting!
I didn't
Wait
mean
a
it like
second.
that.
Wait a second. Okay, the vaguely trapezoidal shape that you were stuck in. Okay, if I say it looks more like a house with a lopsided roof, is that closer or further away from what your local star area is?
Well, maybe the easiest way to do this would be, you know where the Crossroads Nebula is?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, and I'm trying to see if this is it.
If you go down the map, Galactic South, then you would run right into me on the edge of the Galactic Core.
Which path do you take from the Crossroads? Do you go left or right?
What?
Guys, be careful with south. There is a devouring swarm there. 6 o'clock on the outer ring.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere near the outer ring.
Yeah, just be very careful.
Yeah, Mal, where are you from the Crossroads, left or right at that junction?
Okay, so if you go down one, you would go right, basically southeast.
Oh, it's right.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then southeast again, down, down, and then you gotta kind of curve back around to get to me.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You are not close to the Crossroads. I mean, technically, distance, you are close.
Technically,
but in terms
not
of
jumps, I'm not.
close, yeah.
No.
Okay, if you look at the Crossroads and then look immediately north of the Crossroads,
Yeah.
like you see that it's 5 stars, but it looks like a trapezoid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I originally thought you were. That's at this point quite literally on my doorstep.
Oh, I
That's
see.
where I'm at.
I got you. Now I see
Yeah,
what the
and I
confusion
just
was.
lost my Gaia planet.
Ooh, what?
Your homeworld?
No.
Oh.
The
Oh
possible
my God.
expansion.
No, the other one was bestowed upon by the RNG gods.
Yeah.
I was terrified for a second.
No.
Don't the ancient empires not like it when you take...
Only if they have only if they're holy guardians, and only if they have special.
All right,
names.
yeah.
So if it's like Prophet's Retreat or Jade Jewel or something like that.
If it's
then
Prophet's Retreat, they will come crush your face in.
there's like 10 names in the list or something like that. No,
They want the planet so much, why don't they just colonize it?
well, because
I don't care if it's sacred to them.
then the mechanic because then they don't have a mechanic to use for that empire type.
Yeah, it would just be their base, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming to get you, Mal. I'm coming to get you, Mal. I'm gonna
That's an
science
answer
you.
basically similar to anything else. Like, I criticize movies a lot, and like one of the things is, well, why are they doing this? Because if they didn't, there wouldn't be a movie.
Yeah.
Right. That's so stupid. Why did they do that?
Construction complete.
Because movie? Because reasons and stuff.
Because Tom Cruise needs a paycheck, okay?
But does he though? Does he?
Does
he really,
that was
though?
essentially my answer to World War Z. It was like, why is this a thing? Because Brad Pitt needs a paycheck, all right? That's the only reason this exists.
But does he? I can imagine that everybody else on set, maybe that might be the case, but of all people, I don't think he really needs a paycheck. Like everybody else, like the hundreds of people
No, but
working on the
nobody else
film.
get a paycheck for that movie if Brad Pitt wasn't in it.
Yeah, that is
If
true.
you ever watch World War Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a bastardization of the
book.
I suffered through it. It's such a bad interpretation of the book.
The book was fantastic. I love
I was
the
so
book.
looking forward to seeing the Battle of Yonkers on screen.
Yeah. What the heck?
What's
But
that?
Yeah. I mean, why call it World War Z and have it be literally nothing? I mean,
Because it's a cool name, and
Like,
because
it's funny
maybe
too,
they would
'cause-
sucker some people into seeing it. That's why.
people who didn't read the book, I'll tell them, I'll be like, yeah, the book was so much better. And they're like, well, yeah, that's like that for everything. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
Literally
the movie
nothing's
had,
the same.
The
with that.
movie had
There's no
nothing to
character
do
that
with the
shares a
book.
name in this book in between them.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't get that stuff. It's like, why?
Well, I mean, they just use it for the name. Like you said, it's like horror games using the title survival. Like, it's not a survival game. It's a horror game. Dead State or Dead Space, Evil Within, not survival games. They're not horror survival games. Just because they're horrors and you have to survive
the
the
third Dead
game.
Space is kind of a survival game, but
Yeah,
that's only
play Dead
because they needed
Space
to
on
fit in.
Stellaris
No, it
and talk
wasn't.
to me later.
Dead Space 3 was not a survival game.
No, Dead Space 3, that game does not exist. It's not Dead Space.
But it does exist. You have to acknowledge
Don't dare you calling you Dead Space. It's
it
not Dead
exists.
Space.
I'm sorry. It exists.
No, it does not.
The first step is admitting.
Lies.
It's a bad.
The first step to admitting you have a problem.
It's lies. Don't ruin me. I love Dead Space, but Dead Space 3 sucks.
First step is admitting it.
No, I will not admit it.
Yeah, like I have to.
because
as
what
a
we
Halo
need in
fan,
Dead
I have to
Space-
admit that everything past Halo 3 exists.
Ugh.
Well, other than Reach. And,
Other than we can all agree.
and ODST. Basically anything past Bungie. Basically all the non-Bungie Halo games exist. But that doesn't detract from the rest of them.
We don't know why they exist.
Oh, I do.
They just
'cause-
do.
I can
right, yeah.
Because
I can
Microsoft
do
needs
you
a
all.
paycheck.
I can do you all one better. All of you one better. Mass Effect Andromeda.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
sad.
it was soul crushing.
That is sad.
I never
sad.
played it. I never played Andromeda.
Oh,
I immediately, when I saw it, I was like, this looks like shit. And
You're
I
not
never
losing
picked it up.
anything if that makes you feel better.
so I
Oh,
actually
no.
feel I actually feel bad because a community member on the day of release sent me a key for it, bought me the game, which was super
yeah.
nice. Which was super nice of the person. They're like, Mal, this is great. You can continue on because I had done a complete playthrough of 1 through 3, right, on the channel. And they
I'm
were like,
gonna have to
this
watch
is
that.
this is awesome. This is awesome. Now you can play Andromeda. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I played it for 34 minutes exactly.
What thing that stopped you playing it?
Quit the game.
Construction.
Uninstalled it. I've never returned to it.
What
Yeah.
in particular made you quit the game?
It's not
What
Mass
was the last
Effect.
straw?
It's not Mass
Yeah,
Effect.
exactly. It's
It's just not a Mass Effect game. I don't know why. It
Well,
was.
you know the reason because there's actually been like I've read a lot of about it. One of the things that threw people off immediately, and one of the reasons people say, well, this is a Mass Effect so definitively. It's the same thing. It's like I'm relating this back to here. It's the same thing as the Halo franchise when 343 got into it. It's the change of art direction. Like it vaguely similar to the previous games, but they have a different team working on it, and they have a different like idea of what the art design should be, and it immediately just disconnects you from the series.
For me, the
Like,
biggest disconnect was one. Obviously, we didn't have any real connections to the older characters, which that's okay. You kind of had to move on, right? It had to evolve. But for me, the other part of it was that you go from, and it made a significant difference in my opinion. You go from being a sort of military-based, characters and motives and what have you, and having this definitive threat that's against you, to this more, you know what it was? Here it is. Instead of being Mass Effect and being heart-driven, like wartime story, okay, wartime story with a lot of drama and connection to the characters, it became Star Trek. I'm an explorer, and we're in trouble a little bit. and we're gonna have some connections to the characters, but this is a story more like Star Trek.
You know,
I like Star Trek.
In the trailers,
Okay, I was about ready to fight you.
I love
so-
Star Trek.
Good you.
Okay.
I'm glad you clarified that.
But I didn't get Andromeda with the anticipation that I was going to be playing Star Trek.
yeah.
It's like
And
if
then
I,
this thing
you know,
with the trailers, I remember watching them and like, okay, so what's the premise here? They've left the galaxy. I'm guessing, I don't know why. I can only assume it's because of the Reapers. They've left the galaxy. They've gone to the Andromeda galaxy, and now what? There are bad guys. Okay, I can see that in the trailer. And what? So what's going on? There are bad guys, and they're going. You know, I'm sure they're gonna clash.
They're
but
new bad guys, I guess, is the deal. I mean, I guess that's the deal, is that it was a new set of bad guys, but
Yeah.
I
new
could
bad guys.
not, I
Yeah,
just
okay.
absolutely could not connect to the characters, and the fact that they made it a brother and sister, so you'd have male and female gender, I thought was stupid. And then there was all the bugs, the facial desyncs and all the other problems that they had. That just exacerbated it. But for me, what killed it is it did not, to Roach's point, it didn't look or feel like Mass Effect. You know what? If I had never played Mass Effect, and if I hadn't read all the books, and if I hadn't, really immersed myself in that world. Yeah, right. If I never knew anything about Mass Effect, and this was my first experience with Mass Effect, I might have thought it was great. That's entirely possible.
Yeah, that's my complaint about Dead Space 3. If I have never played the first 2 Dead Spaces, I would thought, hey, this is a Gear of War spin-off. But as a Dead Space game, no, it's not Dead Space. Dead Space is all about terror and survival.
Construction.
There's a quote I always remember. And I think it epitomizes kind of the opinion I have on Mass Effect Andromeda. Is that I gotta give a shit to give a fuck, and I don't give a shit about this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You if you're not connected to, especially in those games, if you're not connected to the characters really quickly, then what's the point? And that's really, for me, where it was like, meh. It was like, it's not doing it for me.
Yeah, well.
It was a huge miss. Huge miss.
So am I the only one? I'm just gonna ask, because apparently you're a big Mass Effect fan. I am a huge fan of Mass Effect 1.
Yep.
And my opinions on the game go lower and lower as the series drags on.
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
Like my peak was Mass Effect 1.
Though I have to say, Mass Effect 2, some of the DLC that they produced for Mass Effect 2 is some of the best sci-fi RPG story ever written. Like if you played Mass Effect 2 and did the Shadow Broker DLC, and that's all you did, it would be worth your time and money to buy the base game and that DLC.
Well, see, I'm saying what am I trying to say here? Like Mass Effect 1 for me was a straight RPG, and it was a really good RPG that I really liked. It had a lot of mechanics I enjoyed,
and it was also complicated.
It was also very complex, and it was and you could wrap your head around it as you started figuring out. You got better at the game and all that kind of stuff. And when Mass Effect 2 came about, the gameplay was simplified, but the exterior bits were fleshed out. So like into character to character conversations, animations, dialogue was better. It was touched up, but everything else was brought down. Like all the gameplay related stuff was brought to a more simpler area that I didn't like as much. That's like my opinion on the series, and I find myself to be in a very minority on that.
No,
a lot of people I talk
at least
to.
not with me. My favorite is still the first one. My favorite is still the first one, and as a matter of fact, I spent a lot. It actually took me a while. Again, I'm not that bright, so it took me a while to do it. But I went and got all of the different, various plugins, and there's a lot of like third-party mods and whatnot to increase the look, the HD, basically retexture everything. So when I did my Mass Effect 1 series on the channel, I spent the time to like beautify it before I did it. And honestly, it looks damn near as good as the other ones, and it's a better game, and it's a more interesting story.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something terrible and say that I wasn't really into Mass Effect 1.
That's okay.
In terms of like the general player population or the general gaming population, you're in the majority there.
Yeah, it seems like the majority kind of settles on Mass Effect 2 being their their fave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a nice balance between RPG and game mechanics. Mass Effect 2. It's just like Dead Space. I really love Dead Space 1. For me, it's the best history by far from all Dead Spaces, but I like to play Dead Space 2 more because I think it's a more fun game. And as I said, Dead Space 3, that game does not exist for me. Because they screwed everything up, especially the story. Story of Dead Space 3 is garbage. Mass Effect is something like that too. The first one is
Bruno,
awesome
don't
because
forget,
of the
in
history.
Dead Space, what we need is to not fight monsters, but fight humans, and also to try get back your old girlfriend, and also have your old girlfriend's new boyfriend be an arsehole. Because that's what Dead Space needs. That's what makes a Dead Space game.
Oh my god.
That was amazing.
Nice.
And co-op. Although then again, to be honest, co-op is always fun.
We
want to
experience the asshole boyfriend together, so co-op's a thing.
And then throw in this really weird mechanic where where one player sees something and another person doesn't, and it kind of just for a second and for like half the game, it kind of makes you wonder if like you're desyncing or if this is the design of the game.
I actually loved that mechanic. I thought it was
I
one of
loved
the
it
few
too.
original
Once
ideas.
you figured out it was a part of the game,
yeah.
but like when it first happened, like the guy I was playing with was like, "Okay, are you seeing this nutcracker right now?" And it was like, "No, is something wrong?" And it was just like it wasn't creepy or like interesting. It was just like, "Oh shit, I think we got to restart the we got to restart."
I need to load in my nutcracker.
Like,
oh man! But I always love the discussion of who you're gonna play as, the tool or the dick. And those are your two options. Who are you gonna be?
Kind of like life that way.
Construction complete.
poetic.
Oh man!
You're not gonna believe this. I'm like boxed in again. I've got like enemies on either end here that I'm gonna have to clear out before I can explore
You've
more.
got a
No,
900
you
fleet,
won't
haven't
believe it
you?
either. It just I keep going down a path, and then there's another force, and I have to go down another path, and it's just like they're I hope I'm at the crossroads of Nebula proper right now, and I'm hoping I don't encounter something, because then that's my last area to go, and then I'll have to actually start shooting things.
I guarantee you there's people that have been like, oh, they did the hyperspace lane that way. It's going to be easy for them. Like, really? You finding this to be easy for us people? Well, you're wrong.
To be honest, I'm stunned that
people-
I'm actually okay here.
The only people that says those kind of things is the people that play on normal. I'm going to say that right on their faces, and I don't care.
Yeah, right on the face, right on their faces. Right on
As
their
a person who
faces.
plays on normal regularly, I take offense.
Right on the face of
I was
it.
gonna say, Commissar Roach is a normal Stellaris player.
Yep.
Not anymore, though.
Oh, no.
No,
You threw that life out the
I still
window.
am. 99, like 1% does not change me over like
Nope.
99%.
100% now.
Out the window and in the face.
Anomalies detected.
Yep. One of the few, one of the proud, one of the bromance means you got to play on the high difficulty level.
Yeah.
And I'm at least
When we die, we
reasonable.
die together.
I'm at least reasonable. On this one, I'm like trying to talk them out of, let's just play on very hard, guys, not insane. And Sabal's just like, no, it's not insane. And I'm like, can we not?
Yes, Sabouts and I play to lose.
Yeah, and then Mickey, oh my god, with 7 days to die, it's aptly named.
We're gonna
because
die. We're gonna die. We just have to, accept
That's
it.
actually though. You know what though? That last series was pretty darn fun. I mean, we died, but we had a good time.
Oh god, there were some terrifying moments there.
I like the insane ones. I think it's a lot of fun to play on insane.
It is, generally
absolutely.
speaking.
So Spouts, are you gonna make me play on very hard on Hearts of Iron 4?
No,
we do our
because
series.
because
can't-
regular Hearts of Iron 4 is very hard for me
I
already.
can't play it. I tried. I can't play. I'm too stupid to learn how to play it.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh
Probably.
no, I am. I assure you.
Anomaly.
Yeah. No. I assure you, I am.
I've taught a person who literally never touched the series before, and it only took me 60 episodes to do it. And they're
Only. You like
moderately
that?
good.
You like that? Only.
Yeah, the only part.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, you could learn it though. I know you could.
Thanks,
I was
guy.
gonna vouch. I'm a decent-ish teacher on the game.
Thanks,
Learn
buddy.
things.
You do learn things and stuff.
Technology discovered.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
All right, I killed this other fleet. That was actually pretty good. I only had 100 military power on him, but I took him out with only minimal losses.
Who
That was
knows,
good.
Mal? Maybe you could join us for our game.
Oh,
For what? For
Hearts of Iron 4.
Waking the Tiger's coming out in like 2 weeks.
Construction.
It's gonna be my first time playing it for the most part, Mal. When I did that stream, but when I started that stream, I had a whole whopping 17 minutes of game time.
Yeah, it's a little sketch for me to jump into that. I don't know.
It's
I mean,
honestly not that bad. It's just the UI you have to get your head around, and some of the gameplay mechanics, but it's simple.
Well, my thing is why the hell is the UI for that nothing like Crusader Kings II, nothing like EU4, and
well-
nothing like this? Why is it completely different? Why?
Well, I mean, a little thing called the Industrial Revolution happened in the time period between those two games and Hearts of Iron 4, probably, and there's differences in the way things control. I'm spitballing.
Whatever.
Keep spitballing.
It's unnecessarily obtuse, in my opinion.
I don't know. I
That
cut
was
my
not
teeth
a
on
hard denial, sir. That was a. Yeah.
My Paradox experience. I cut my teeth on Victoria too, so like I kind of.
That was a good game.
Yeah, no, it was. No, how are you complaining? Wait.
I know it's coming.
You can play Victoria too, but you can't get your head around Hearts of Iron 4?
I know. I'm embarrassed to even admit it. Thank you.
You should.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you. I tried because I got it really early too when it came out. And,
my comment section is gonna have a field day with
I
you.
was excited. I was excited to play it. I tried to learn
Shame him,
it.
chat. Shame him.
I even asked my buddy. Marbazir, and he's like, "Dude, it's not that hard." And I'm like, "No, Marb, seriously, I'm having. I don't. How do you get this?" And he's like, "Dude, it's not hard." And I'm like, okay, well, I'm a moron. Explain it to me like I'm 5." And he's like, "I'm not sure that I can." And I'm like, "Well."
Then it's that hard.
Oh no, I definitely can. I had to do that with Sabouts. Like,
Oh!
Wow.
Detected.
Whoa!
oh come on.
That was good.
Anybody who's seen that live stream, it was a little slow going there for a bit, but you learned it.
I did. I'm proud.
You
Say that I did.
17 minutes and you what did you do again? What did you do? You did something. You were in Italy, right?
I
Right.
managed. I
It
managed
only
to
took you a
beat
year and a half.
Ethiopia
Yeah.
in a war. I almost lost.
Were they really strong at that stage?
No,
Yeah, that's kind of.
It's Ethiopia.
it's Ethiopia. They were throwing spears at my tanks, and yet I almost lost. I was playing as Italy versus Ethiopia, and I almost
It's
lost.
an East Coast. It's an Eastern African coast nation in the 1940s.
I'm not really sure what to say to that.
Being hostile.
Were your tank
Well,
pilots
hold
drunk?
on. I did win. It just took
Eventually.
me a couple more years than historically accurate, which we already said we wanted a historical game, and I was trying to provide that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Stick
That
with
was
that
the reason.
story. That sounds good.
That became the running joke of the night. The
It was great.
the anti-tank spears that the Ethiopians were using.
Yeah, they had anti-tank spears, and that was really the big problem. I mean, how do you beat
Sabo
It's like
spears.
Imperial Guard Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Melta spears.
Melt the
Construction
spears.
complete.
You just they just come riding in with spears. You're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And they throw it at your tank, and then your tank just explodes. You're like, oh my god.
Anyone else having energy problems? Like that's starting to become an issue for me.
I did,
Yeah.
but it's sorted.
That's normal.
I was having minerals for a while, but I've seemed to combat that, and I'm doing all right now.
I'm doing okay on minerals for the most part. It's really more energy right now. I'm gonna have to shift things. I'm also having issues with food. Not bad, but just a little bit. I need some tech upgrades. Would go a long way to fixing that. I am now actually finally starting to take some territory, so that's helpful.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I need to get another colony ship up.
Need another constructed. Yeah, I need another constructor. Yeah, come here.
Is it possible I've run out of places to explore to?
I've actually.
No,
been
I'll
pretty
just go
blessed
through
with
Roach's
that.
territory. You don't
Yeah,
mind, do you?
Yeah, whatever.
he's team play,
I
dude.
might
He's all
ram
about
you
it.
with my science ships.
Construction.
Just imagine the look on a scientist's
it's
face.
a habit. It's a habit. I play adversarial a lot.
I can just imagine the look on a scientist's face when someone, like one of the commanding crew, says, "Prepare for ramming speed." What?
Construction complete.
Last Starfighter.
So to be honest, any starship you're on, when somebody in charge says "prepare for ramming speed," you're in trouble. It's never gonna end well.
No, I'm heading to the nearest life pod.
You're potentially in trouble. Sometimes it's a good thing, right? Occasionally.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, me too. No,
It's pretty much
never good.
always. It's pretty much always bad. Yeah, probably. You're probably
You
right.
should generally find the area of the ship that's most central because you don't want to be on anywhere on the outside.
We're over on time. We haven't been on time once yet. I think we must be having a good time.
We're doing an awesome job of keeping track of time. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, folks. Hope that you enjoyed it. That you join us for the next one. Till next time, I'm Mal for Sabouts, Mickey, Vanguard, and Commissar Roach. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
See you, man.